noise is good, isn't it? We've got the noise of noodles going on, or whatever it is.
Couscous.
Couscous. Okay. Well, here we are amidst couscous and tea being made at a lunchtime little repast, trying to discuss where we are in the middle of day 3. And where we are in the middle of day 3 on Project Eliseg 2011 is really drinking tea, trying to understand where we are. We're basically getting down to the final layer of the build-up that we put over to protect the stone cairn from last year. It's taken us 2.5 days to get through all that material because it's on a steep slope. We couldn't do it by digger, and it was a lot of consolidation that Cadw did to prevent visitor damage and sheep and animal damage to the monument in the last year. But it's taken us a long time to get through all that material, and by the end of today we should have set up our survey grid and we should be down to the stone cairn upon which the 9th century pillar of Eliseg is positioned. And so then we'll be into new territory, and the rest of the week we'll be digging into that monument and hopefully finding some exciting evidence. That's the plan anyway. Now, the reason why we are deciding to do a daily video blog for Project Eliseg is we're acutely aware that any archaeological project taking place in a rural area will only have a small number of visitors. Well, in terms of the video blog, that's just one of the surface things that we've got the media person doing on this project. The other side of it is to add and augment our understanding of the recording process, the context recording. So at the moment we're not doing much of that because we're still, as we said, digging through backfill really from last year's excavations and the Cadw consolidation of the monument. But when we start getting into the archaeology, what we want to do is to have the video recording, the interpretations by the archaeologist, physically record the physical process of excavation and the relationship between the two. And it's not a straightforward thing, is it? It's a complicated process doing the video recording. So it's not only the equipment, but it's someone who knows how to edit it afterwards, but also what to record in the field.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's one of the major problems, because they often either have a person who's very good at the media or an archaeologist filming, and you need to bring the two together where you have an archaeologist filming so they know what to film, they know the questions to ask.
Yeah.
And it's not just one particular speciality leading the process.
So you need an archaeologist who can use media rather than a media person who knows a bit of archaeology.
Yeah. In some respects, the Project Eliseg is a lot easier to get a grasp of on the media side because it's a smaller site, it's got fewer people to keep tabs on, you've got fewer features and finds coming out just because of the size. So therefore it's a lot easier to document, one as an archaeological record, two as a media output, because you've not got so much to cover all the time, so you can be there on the trench side all the time. As we interpret a feature, we write that information down on the context sheet in the discussion bit. But it's also very good to capture that on film because a person can see that all the in-depth conversations between individuals, the archaeology, as you go along, and then you have the interpretive process documented there, and then you can understand how an individual or a group have got to a particular point.
Certainly, the archaeology is unpredictable. We may find nothing, we may find lots of complicated archaeology, but either way, at least with this project, it's within 1 or 2 trenches, and therefore it's manageable for video documentation, whereas a more sprawling project, it's a real challenge.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So, it's an experiment, but we'll see how it goes. What am I talking about?
No,
a lot of people, you can edit this out.